At virtually every preparedness event I go to, someone tells me that their plan for a disaster is to just head for the hills and get away from it all. Here are some thoughts on why this may not be your best choice. So where do you plan to go? There's not a lot of wilderness near most big cities. And a lot of wilderness is desert, swamps, or areas that are uninhabitable. Private land is probably not an option either. Farmers or ranchers tend to be well armed and they probably don't want squatters on their property. How do you plan on getting there? If you live in a city, the first thing you've got to think about is, how do I get my car out of the garage? If there's been a disaster, there may be no bridges open, and the traffic will probably be gridlocked. So that may mean walking. And be honest, can you carry a heavy backpack for several miles? And how about this? Do you think you'll be the only one out there? Check out any trailhead to a wilderness area on the opening day of a big game season. You'll probably see a traffic jam. This traffic jam will only get worse when thousands of unprepared people head frantically for the nearest wilderness area. And here's another thought. Camping is fun. Survival isn't. There's a reason isolation is considered a punishment in prisons. After a few days or weeks, all on your own, you'll probably be looking for company. And then finally, what about the idea of living off the land? I think that's one of those pipe dreams, and unless you have the skills right now to actively forage and hunt, you're not going to be able to do it in an emergency situation. Now let's suppose you do have those skills. Here are some other thoughts. I don't think the wild game will last long. Poaching's a problem already, and if there's nobody to enforce the game laws, you will soon have scumbags who are out there spotlighting deer and dynamiting schools of fish. Another concern would be calorie intake. Can you maintain your energy with what you can forage? I don't think so. Check out any diet book, and I think you'll find that fish, lean wild game meat, and salads are the preferred foods for losing weight. These are the types of foods you would be able to forage or the types of meats you would be able to harvest. There are other reasons why this head for the hills mentality isn't going to work. These are just the most obvious. Don't base any emergency plan on something you haven't thoroughly thought out and researched. Do this pre-planning now so you don't have to worry about it if a disaster does strike. This is SurvivalCommonSense.com. Thank you for watching. Be safe.